Sexy Hope. Welcome to my dining room. No, I am getting ready. Tonight I am doing a live art demo at First Friday Art Walk in downtown Fairhope. I have art and jewelry and cards up at Hello Gallery in downtown Fairhope. And every first Friday, the Eastern Shore Art Center in Fairhope hosts a art walk event where local businesses downtown are open after hours. And the gallery asked me last month to do jewelry and this month to do a demo of my card making, which is index cards or iCads that I've turned into cards. But I agreed to do it, and now I'm freaking out a little bit because when I make iCads, they're very intuitive, and I kind of have an entire craft room to kind of grab things from and work with. So paring down what I use in a transportable amount has been very difficult. So I'm going to show you what I'm taking in my art bag today. And maybe you can help me pare it down. Like, as I work through this, I may be like, oh, I don't really need to take that, or this is a duplicate, or this is too much. So let's go through this. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the battery. I'm in my dining room because it was just a little more conducive to spread some of this out than to try to do it in my craft room. So the first thing, let's move this. Very heavy. You can see this is one of those like shopping basket style bags that I can just barely lift. I'm hoping I don't tear it. So along with it, I am possibly taking this. This is a 12 by 12 storage photo container thing from like the craft store. It is full of collage papers and stuff. This was already gathered. I thought, you know what, I can just take this whole thing. It's easy enough to carry and yeah, and just have an entire assortment of papers with me. So pretty sure I'm taking that. But all right, so what I started with as I was gathering, get it out, is this. This is my general go-to take-along art bag. It is a cosmetic bag I got from Walmart several years ago. I possibly have another reveal or something of it in something. I will link to that if I can find it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So it is, like I said, it's from Walmart. It's a Primrose Hill, if that means anything to anybody. It opens, let's see, again, here's my room to spread out. So it opens like this. It has pockets up here. This thing folds. If I can get it, folds down. It has a pocket in the front. You can see I just have a couple of Sharpie paint pens. I did have all of my pens in here, but I've moved them into here where they're more accessible to me. So, because this was already packed, and I kind of went through it and decided what I wanted from it and what I didn't, and pulled some things out, added things. But basically on this inside pocket, because this is what I took with me when I did iCads last year when I was traveling. So it kind of works perfect. So in here's some lace and fabrics that I probably was using for my stitching for my iCads last year. There's tissue papers, some of this like hardware tape stuff that's great for texture. I've got this folded piece of paper here, which just has a variety of different collage papers or scrapbook papers, painty papers. This I stamped during my Junk Journal January project. There's like music papers and dictionary papers, some deli prints. Looks like I may have used, not deli prints, deli paper. Old typed papers, just a good variety of papers. And that's probably all I need, but I've got the big bucket. So also there's a folded piece here that is, I'm considering like for sentiments. So there's all kinds of like the Tim Holtz stickers, both the clippings and the metallics, and then large print book pages are in here. And I think there's probably a couple other. Oh, there's also these little Tim Holtz letter, can't see that, letter stickers that I can make small words with too. So, and these are not in great shape. And what do I have here? This is, oh, what I guess like focals. I didn't even realize this was in here. This is probably all I need to take. Another folded piece of paper with some photo booth stickers, stamped images, some flower type things, some printouts it looks like, a vintage photo. That's too big for an iPad. I don't even know why some of these are in here. And some stickers. So that's probably all I really need. But it's not all I'm taking. So inside here, let's see, there's some pockets here in the back. And in them I have some, if I can get, well, this can come out. I'm going to go ahead and say this can come out. It is a little journal I made out of a paper lunch bag. I'm going to put that aside. Don't need that. It's in the way. So I have a small roll of masking tape, so one that's almost used up, and then a bunch of playing cards wrapped in washi tape. So these are washi tapes that are going with me, and then my index cards that are going to be my bases for these cards. So those are in there. Along with that, I have, this is some liquid adhesive is all it says. It is from the Dollar Tree. So that's in there. I also have a gift card for scraping. I have two, apparently, yep, two Hobby Lobby use-up gift cards, some Stays On, of some other kind of glue, and a spreader. So, there are those. For some reason, I have 2 spray bottles of water, just in case one stops working. Yeah. Pencil sharpener. I have another one. I have excess glue. This is Oohoo glue stick. I pulled this out and didn't show you. It's a small container with some hand carved stamps. I've just put them in here so I know where they are. I've got 2 heart shapes in there because my idea was to maybe make Valentine cards. So we'll get to that in a minute. This little pocket has more focals. So it has photo booth images, some Tim Holtz botanicals, some of my own watercolored flowers, and 1 or 2 vintage photos. So, vintage photo. My battery is about to die on me. But then like I said, I've got some of my little watercolored flowers and botanicals that I've done. Another one of these little pockets. This has tiny lace and fabric scraps that I can use as like backers and that kind of thing on the cards to, like, yeah, just for texture. Here is another little zipper pouch. This has a little container of buttons that I've picked out. It has some needles, and then it has embroidery floss. So a couple, just I grabbed a couple, 3 or 4 colors of embroidery floss. Trying to keep it simple, guys. I did also throw in here a brayer that's got fabric stuck to it. You can hear that the cat is scratching on her scratching post. And I've got an acetate sheet just because I feel like I need to organize these things better, like things with like things or something. But I'm hoping that I can be like, oh yeah, I put those stamps there. I put the masking tape with the washi tape. In this is a back zip pocket or top zip pocket here that has a couple more things of Oohoo, some yarn for some reason, another pencil sharpener, and a couple of floral stickers that, they're just in there. So that is this little bag. This is probably all I need. Probably is. Let's go on to what else I'm going to take. I'm going to change that battery real quick though. Okay, so that's all of that. Battery's changed. Hopefully I can get through it before this one dies. So I've added this little basket in here, and it has couple of Distress Oxides and colors I like: Peacock Feathers, Cracked Pistachio, and Wild Honey. In addition to that, I remembered I have these tiny Distress inks. So I've got another Cracked Pistachio, Abandoned Coral, Picked Raspberry, Mustard Seed, Black Soot, Walnut Stain, and Peacock Feathers. So yeah, a couple Peacock Feathers. I do like the Peacock Feathers and the Cracked Pistachio. Some ink blenders for Walnut Stain and the Black Soot, and a small stapler, just in case. Now I feel like I should put the stapler with my glues. What do y'all think? Yeah. I'm gonna put it over here with the Oohoo, so all my like glues and attachment things are together. So that's a little more organized. Okay, so those are just stamping things, and you know what? Maybe I should put my StazOn and my stamps in here as well. Okay. That is that. So I'm gonna stand up so I can get to this a little bit better. So let me see what else. In addition to the little basket, I made up a couple. Well, this one it's just a tin can that has all of my paint pens. I figured, you know, these would probably dry a little bit faster than maybe a bunch of paint would. So, but I've got paints coming. So I have another can. It's an old tea can. What do I have in it? I have a non-stick craft sheet, just cause. I have scissors, I have some paint brushes, I have, the dog's getting kerfluffity. I have some, I don't know, brush pens with ink in them. I also have some water brushes with just water in them. There's pencils, there's pens, there's a small pair of scissors. There's all kinds of just little things that I might use when it comes to pens in here. Just a nice little variety. Most of that was stuff that was already in this bag, and I just moved it over here so it's easier to see it all. So there's things like Stabilos in there, and white pens, and I think I added a gold pen to it that I just picked up. So there's that one. And then there is, if I can get to it, this container. So in it, so I think I'm gonna so I got some more Small Talk stickers here recently, but I think I'm gonna put them maybe in here with, will it fit? They won't fit in there. So I'm gonna put it in this container with the other stickers so I know they're there. I have a small palette of watercolors, the Jane Davenport Brights. So I've got these little ink blenders, and I'll also put them with my inks. This is a container of instant coffee because I can't work without it. Alright, this is the Ranger Distress Collage Medium. I really like it, but I think it needs to go in here with the other adhesives. Good idea. Here's another adhesive. This is the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. I'll put that in here with adhesives. So I grabbed a couple of the Distress Stains in Abandoned Coral and Worn Lipstick. Again, I was kind of thinking a Valentine's theme. Also got my black and white fine liners, thing of white gesso, a gold fine liner, and then a couple, I've got these small things of acrylic paint. So I don't know that I will even use these, but I have them. It is overkill. So let's get all this stuff back in here, I think. So this is like my colors and my painting, and you know what I'm going to add to this because it is loose, and I just took that collage medium out, is I've got my Neocolor tubes. So and they're just in a bag loose here. I also have this, which is all of my watercolor pencils. I'm tempted, you know what, I'm not going to take them. I'm gonna put these over here. Not gonna take them. I have these. That is overkill. Overkill. All right. See, y'all are probably making decisions. The rest of the stuff I have in here are just, well, not just. I have this one folder, zip folder, which is all of the Valentine supplies I felt like I could take. So some sticker felt hearts, quite a few of those. These are from the Dollar Tree and they are bags, but I like the images on them. I could cut them out. I have lots of different heart stickers and sentiments and a couple printouts. I watercolored a few hearts. And I did, and I just picked these up at, they look like little conversation hearts, and they are, they've got like the true love and hug me and XOXO conversation hearts. They're little wood hearts that might stick on things. I'm not too sure. Oh, and I have these little stencils. They don't take up much room, so I'm not going to fret about them too much. All right, so the last couple things are just like little tool type things. So some cosmetic wedges, I'm leaving them in the bag just so they don't get dirty. So I think I'm gonna toss them in here. Actually, I should put them with my inks maybe? I think so. I have a Xyron disposable sticker maker in case I don't want to mess with some of the other adhesives. I have it. I have some baby wipes because, yes. A couple paper towels. Yeah. Deli paper, possibly as a palette, but also this is just sketchbook paper, like kids sketchbook paper that I plan to use as an underpaper. It's pretty much what I use in my craft room as an underpaper. I don't know what kind of table they're going to have me working on, so I'd rather have something to protect it. Then I have this is from the Dollar Tree. It is a cup that you can buy at the Dollar Tree. It has a lid on it that opens for your water, and it's got these grooves for putting your paintbrushes on. So, and it closes pretty securely. So, I like that to have that I can open and close so nothing spills. Then I have these that I got a couple months back at the Dollar Tree. They are portable workstations. They are, you can see, plastic things. I put some towels in here just for now, but I can work on this or put my iPads in here and close it up. They also have little palette shapes. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I will bring this closer. So it's little things that I can put my paintbrush in here and my paint and then close it up. Now I don't know if I transport it up like this, that paint will stay like that, but we'll see what happens. I may try to brush it all off on something as it's nearing the end of the event if I use the acrylic paints. I do have some extra old towel as well. And then there is this container, which includes some of my iPads that I plan to turn into cards by using card bases and double stick tape. So I have examples basically of finished iPads with me. So, or, you know, finished index card art, which is what I am demoing. Now my friend Nina Fickett and I have been chatting back and forth, and she suggested that I even take the extra step today before I go. I've got a few hours before I need to actually start heading in that, getting dressed and heading in that direction. But she suggested sorry, my pants are falling down on me. She suggested that I go ahead and prep several cards so I have different stages of the cards so that if I go there and start collaging and it needs to dry, I have a couple that are already collaged that I can go ahead and do the next step on and the next step and the next step. So I think I'm going to do that real quick. Maybe not use the supplies that I'm taking because I can use things that are here and not worry about the stuff that I'm taking. And yeah, have that done. So what do y'all think? Is it overkill? Do you think it's just enough? Are there things that you think I'm missing that you would take if you had this opportunity. I'd love to know what you think, you know, what I'm missing from this stash of things. Sorry. That's it. That's what I've got going on. It is a lot and not enough. I'm hoping that it's not too much that I become overwhelmed, and that it is so little that I become inspired enough to work with these limited supplies. So, yeah. I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm nervous, and I hope it goes off. The jewelry one last month, in case you missed that, didn't happen. I will link that video where I did the reveal of that, if I haven't linked that in the card up there. If I haven't linked that yet, so you can see that what I took for that event, or what I had planned to take, but that event didn't happen because there was some bad weather that came through the area. Anyway, guys, if you like this, I would appreciate it if you'd give me a thumbs up, like, you know, as a like, if you'd subscribe, and please let me know what else you think I need, or what you think I should have left out. I definitely could use some advice if you've done events like this. Thanks so much for coming by and watching, and I will see y'all later. Hopefully, maybe I can even check in before this is over and let y'all know how it went. I may tack that on to the end of this and let y'all know if it went over well. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye. After the event, and I just thought I'd come in and update you about what I used and what I didn't, and what I honestly don't think I would take anything else, but this bucket I never even opened because I prepped several cards. Nina, I forget, I don't know if I mentioned or not, suggested I do some different stages of my cards, so I collaged and gessoed like 6 of them, and then just collaged 5 of them. And that's all I used. I ended up only using 6 cards, some gessoed, some not. And that was a great, so I never opened this, but I did use it. There were people who asked about materials I used, and so I showed them this and was like, whatever, dictionary paper, ledger paper, stuff from packaging, whatever I can find. So, yeah, this was, you know, and it's just a little, it's contained, it was fine. The way I was set up was beautiful. This I also used with water, perfect, great. I took, this is scratch paper, I think I mentioned that. I ended up, the table they set up for me had we put some craft paper on, so I didn't get anything, and I just worked on the craft paper, on this, on top of the craft paper, so I have a little bit of under paper that I can have for later. In fact, I might put it on my desk today, because it is a mess. And so that was good. As far as the other things I took, there are very few things I didn't use. I did not use the sticker maker, so that was just kind of a let's throw it in. I actually used things I didn't think I'd use, like the washi tape that was in here. I used a little bit of it. I used some of my buttons and sewing notions. I used some of these little focals. I may not have used some of these little fabric scraps. I didn't use my stapler, and I didn't use the Ranger Collage Medium, but I'm glad I had them. For the most part, the only adhesives I used were, what were they? The Uhu, the Nuvo, what was it? The Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive, and then that craft paint, craft adhesive from Dollar Tree. I did use some of the collage papers and focals and things from this here, so that was great. What else? I used my stamps. Tried to use the StazOn, but it's gonna have to go in the trash because it is completely dry. I'm going to try to spritz a little bit of alcohol on it to see if I can get anything out of it. But yeah, I think it's pretty dead. I did throw in this candied apple at the last minute and used it, and none of the other Distress inks or oxides except for the black soot and the walnut stain. So didn't use these, did use these, did not use my baby wipes. Probably should have a couple of times when my hands got sticky, but I was in the zone. I did use some of my pens and pencils and scissors and paint pens, so all of those got used. I did not use these at all. They felt a little tacky in that situation as far as like just plasticky and like out of place, so I did not use them. I did take a bottle of water with me, which I put in my little cup, and that was perfect. I took extra index cards, and I did not need them. So from my little bucket, I only pulled out, I did use a single Neo color. I did use my fine liners. I never used my coffee. This is some instant coffee that I have in a container. Never used it. I did use my gesso. Did not use my watercolors. I used one acrylic paint. And I did use some of my distress stains. And like I said, my fine liners, I used the black and the gold, I believe. So what else did I take? Oh, and then my stash of Valentine things. I did pull a few things from there. I did 2 or 3 Valentine cards, and I did pull a couple things from there. So, and this was I never made any of the cards themselves, but I did pull out some of the already made cards to kind of lay out next to some of my completed cards to show what I was making and explain that a little bit more. So I think it went off really well. I did sell a few cards, a couple pairs of earrings, and made a lot of connections. You know, talked to people. I've got a couple people that are going to be bringing me old photos. I bumped into like friends from high school / college that I haven't seen in forever, and that was fabulous. People that, a lady I used to be in a blogging group with, bumped into her. The owner from the antique store where I have my jewelry, bumped into her. It was a good night. So, I will definitely, sorry, my nose is running, of course. Me or my husband coughing in the other room too. We're still trying to get over this January, I guess now into February ick. But I have a good idea of what I used, what I like to use, and you know how much stuff I do and don't need. So I'm interested to maybe try again with the jewelry making, because I know I have that down pat for packing, and this as well. So I will try to keep updating on my social media when I'm going to do these events, because she also you know, has it kind of open if I want to do anything on like a Saturday or something, so that could be fun as well. So, and I will be doing it. Fairhope has an outdoor down the streets of downtown Fairhope. The Fairhope Arts and Crafts Festival is in March, and yeah, so I'm scheduled to be creating down there then, and I just have to decide if it's going to be jewelry or cards or something else. So that's how it went. If you have any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to ask. Let me know, and I will see you later.